I'm into like singing, photography, and talking to strangers. I do like talking to the people a lot, and it has been 2.5 years. I have done more than I think 10 to 15,000 conversations
Oh,
because yeah, of course, I'm really passionate to talk with the people who are strangers. And now, as I told you, that I'm a spoken English trainer by profession, so I'm trying to help them because they are really confused and in dilemma, like
that
what's
how did you start your English learning journey? So was it just because you're doing your masters in
What
literature,
do you
or
think?
is grammar important or not?
grammar is very
I wanted to
important. I
ask
will
you
just
that what tips would you give to speak English in a consistency?
like
How to
this was
begin?
the statement. This gave me a lot of energy and positivity to work on my communication skills. And as it was COVID-19, everybody was talking about like COVID, COVID, COVID,
Yeah.
and I was afraid of dying. That is the reality because everybody like situation was really pathetic. In village it was not, but even though like whenever we were just watching TV, it
How
was
are you?
horrible. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you?
I'm doing great, and today was a Sunday, so that's why it was a very relaxing day for me.
Sounds wonderful. Same here. Exactly. Of course, Sunday is a kind of lazy day. It's a kind of lazy day for me as well. Like if I
Yeah.
talk about Monday to Friday, like of course I'm really active, but when it comes to Saturday and Sunday, of course I'm doing things, but not that much actively.
Hmm. Okay. And same for me. Monday to Friday, we have schools from 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, it's just a whole relaxing day.
Yeah, it is. Agreed.
So, what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna give you like my introduction. So my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi and speaking to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. And when it comes to my education, I have done with my graduation that is BCom Honors Accounting from Banaras Hindu University. And now I'm pursuing my master's degree that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. So it is all about my education. Along with that, I'm just running a YouTube channel that is Ashu Official 2021. So I'm trying to help others who would like to speak better English. And apart from this, I'm a spoken English trainer by profession as well. I'm helping people in the speaking journey.
Okay, that's great. So let me give you an introduction of me. So as you know, my name is Arundhati Roktima. I'm a student of class 8. I'm 13 years old and I live in the city of Bhilai in the state of Chhattisgarh. And my hobbies are reading books, singing, and sometimes dancing. So this is all about me.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Just you're having very interesting hobbies. And but what do you think? Like as you told me, there are a lot of hobbies. So are you able to manage all those things in your week or just in your month like that?
Yes. So I think that for reading, I read a lot whenever I get time. And singing, I have just assigned time periods of like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes on a daily basis. So it's just a whole schedule for everything. So everything is managed.
Yeah, then it's wonderful. Exactly. So you are into singing as well. So what do you like? Would you like to go for the Western songs or just what do you listen or
Uh,
what do you sing?
okay, so I sing classical music, but I do like to listen to Western pop music.
Oh, that's nice. Even though, like, when it comes to my hobbies, I'm into like singing, photography, and talking to strangers. I do like talking to the people a lot, and it has been 2.5 years. I have done more than I think 10 to 15,000 conversations
Oh.
because yeah, of course, I'm really passionate to talk with the people who are strangers. And now, as I told you, that I'm a spoken English trainer by profession, so I'm trying to help them because they are really confused and in dilemma, like what they should do to go forward and to become better in their journey. It is one of the biggest question for them. So I'm trying to help them out, and apart from this, I'm trying to enjoy those conversations as well.
Okay, so that is really great. And I love the fact that you like to speak to strangers, and that is actually a unique hobby. So, what would you like to talk about? Any particular topic today?
No, as this is our first conversation, we can talk randomly. And if you're having some questions, for me, you can ask anything, whatever it is.
Hmm. So, as of now, I don't really have any questions. So, what should we really talk about today? So, let's just start talking about. Tell me what is your favorite type of food?
Yes, when it comes to the food, it's very strange question for me because I'm not a foodie guy. I do like, but I'm more into like the stuff like vegetarianism. I think I'm just pure vegetarian. So I do like the very famous thing for the vegetarians is a kind of paneer and the types of paneer, like kadhai paneer and a lot of stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
do like that. And apart from this, I am more into very simple food. Like I do like go I would like to go for the chapatis and a very simple curry and like pulse. That's it. So
Like, so it's the same for me. I'm also a vegetarian. I like vegetarian food,
mhm.
and I do like to eat a lot of paneer. So my favorite food probably is paneer, but I also like eating bread food. Anything that has bread in it.
Oh, like nowadays, this kind of food is quite popular. In everything, there is a bad, bread. You can say that pizza, if you'll talk about burger, like everything, right? Like pav bhaji. So you will have to go forward for it. I do like it. Of course, I do like some kind of. Nowadays, it has been like 5 to 6 months, and I have been enjoying dosa. I think because it's not oily as well, and it's very healthy.
Yeah.
I must say that it is very good like that in that way. So I do avoid oily food. Like if I'll talk about my friends, sometimes I do go with them, but I just try to avoid noodles a lot and just pizza and burger. Sometimes for the trial basis it's fine, but on the regular basis I don't go forward with those foods. So,
Oh, okay. And you know what? I'm also really fond of dosas. Earlier, like 1 or 2 years back, I did not really like dosa that much, but recently, I've got fond of it.
yes, same here. Before, like if I just right now I'm at Kanpur city. So before when I was at my home, I used to avoid it. I used to avoid dosa. Like it's very big. Who will give a lot of time to eat it and like that. So, but now from the last 6 months, of course, I really found that it is very nice. Why
Yeah.
not? Rather than going for a food, sometimes try dosa as well. So.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. So,
And what about the specific type of paneer you like? There are several things when you will go just to the restaurant, you will see a lot of like a big list of the types of paneer, handi paneer, kadai
yes.
paneer, a lot of stuff. So what do you like specifically?
I really like to eat paneer tikka, like as a
Mhm.
starters. But sometimes I also like to eat what is that called? Butter paneer. I'm not really fond of kadhai paneer because it's just too spicy. But butter paneer is sweet and it's good.
Oh, so you are into those shahi paneer and stuff like that, where you will get a sweetness. It is
Yeah.
not going to be like bitter like the kadai paneer and handi paneer. You will get
Hmm.
a lot of spices in those types. I can understand. So you are into like very sweet and with a good taste. Even though I like it, but yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you this question
Uh-huh.
that how did you start your English learning journey? So was it just because you're doing your master's in literature or why? What was the reason?
No, it's not the case. Actually, as I told you that I was a student of BCom Honors Accounting, I wanted to see myself as a chartered accountant, okay? But in COVID-19, I just came back from my hostel. I was a student of BHU and I stayed in my home. So I was not enjoying online classes. So I thought of working on something which is going to give me a lot of benefits in the future. Then I came up with the thought of working on my communication skills. And there was a one short, I think I have watched the shorts of Warren Buffett, and there was an anchor. He asked the direct question to the Buffett that what will you suggest to a person who would like to become better in his life. So he said that one of the most important thing for everything, it doesn't matter what is your age group, like he should work on his communication skills, and if he will work on his communication skills, he will be able to become 50% better than himself. So of course, like, this was the statement. This gave me a lot of energy and positivity to work on my communication skills. And as it was COVID-19, everybody was talking about like COVID, COVID, COVID,
Yeah.
and I was afraid of dying, that is the reality, because everybody, like, situation was really pathetic. In village it was not, but even though, like, whenever we were just watching TV, it was horrible. Data
Mm.
were really horrible. So that's why I thought of working on it, and I started enjoying that journey, because I told you that I started talking to the people a lot. I used to give 5 to 6 hours on daily basis talking to them, and I was feeling really happy because the people, they were asking about me, about my journey, about my day. I was really happy that they were asking about my day. In a school, it was totally different. And university also, I was a studious guy. I used to get the preference for that. But that was not in the sense like when I started doing communication. Strangers, when they are curiosity, they have the curiosity to know about you. So I started feeling very good about it, and I started practicing. There is no relation with that masters. And so after completing my graduation with the like an accounting, I thought of doing masters of arts for the sake of degree in English, like that.
Okay, so that's a really like motivating and inspiring journey of you started, like you started learning English and in such a nice way. It was really good to hear that. So I wanted to ask you that what tips would you give to speak English in a consistency? How to begin speaking English consistently?
Yes, when it comes to the consistency, I do believe in consistency, and consistency matters a lot. I think, through my whole journey, I have been really consistent, not 100%, but I was trying to be like, at least 90%, 85%. Because what the people they do, like, they are not consistent. They will do practice today, and after that, they are going to do after 7 or 8 days. So it is not going to give you that much improvement. So the for that, I must say that like, for the consistency, you can find out something interesting if you will start enjoying. Try to make some good bond with the people. Like, if I'll talk about someone whom I got really, like, if I'm having the like hobby of singing, and they're also having the hobby of singing, but they are from South India and I'm from North India, so we are not having the similar language like Hindi between us, but it is compulsion for us to talk to each other in English. So that's how we can develop our interest. It is all about creating interest in those things. If you will start enjoying that journey, you are not going to feel that you are giving 10 hours and 12 hours for that. So that's what I will recommend people to go forward and find out the interest. Just if you are able to like go forward the stories, listen stories in English. If you like the comedy, try to listen comedy. If you are into like international speeches, listening to the politicians, go forward and listen to them. So that's how, like, it begins.
Okay, so in your opinion, what do you think? Is grammar important or not?
Grammar is very important. I will just, like, tackle this question by saying this a sentence first. But next part, I must say that it has been 2.5 years. I haven't gone through the rules and regulations of the grammar, to be honest. First day, that was 29th of April 2020. I started practicing to the people directly. And after listening to them, if I was finding something new and if I was finding some statements which were new to me, I used to write in my note down, and I used to ask those questions to other people. And when they were answering, I was able to understand that what is the answer of this question. And I'll tell you one like funny incident happened to me. So when I was in the beginning of this journey, so there was a guy, he asked me that, what do you do for your living? And I was quite shocked, like, what I do for living? Simply, I do eat food for living. So that was like the answer in my mind. But I was not able to give answer at that point of time. But after that, I asked like same question with others. And if you're not able to understand the question, people they will come up with a substitute. Then they said, how do you, like, what do you do? It means. Then I understood it means like, the people when they are asking like what do you do for a living means they are asking for your profession. So it happens, little by little you will be able to learn those things. So that's what I will recommend people to just learn. Grammar is important, but being an Indian, we are really fortunate. We can say that at least we are getting the grammar and writing part, and from the childhood, we are learning the alphabets. We are learning the grammar when we are the student of standard, fourth standard, fifth standard. The teachers they are teaching us the tenses and the like part of speech. So at least those things are there in our mind. But when
Hmm.
it comes to the speaking, we are totally blank, zero. We don't know how to introduce ourselves. So rather than just being perfect in grammar only, come up with the speaking as well. And after that, you can start your grammar journey again to become advanced and to become like a native speaker. And then, right?
Hmm. That's true. So
Hmm.
I also think that grammar, that the bookish grammar is being provided in our schools, but the speaking practice is we are lacking behind in our speaking practices at school.
Hmm.
So I really enjoyed talking to you and listening to your opinions. So is there anything you would like to ask me?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I would love to know that how long have you been just working on that, and when you came up with this idea to work on yourself and with the communication specifically.
Hmm. So, my school practices, my bookish practice of English had been going on since a very long time, ever since I started school. But I
Mhm.
actually started learning English with full dedication since the last 4 years, I think, and when I was in class fourth, class third or fourth. So that's when I started learning English properly. So that's when I started it.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's been a long journey. 4 years. You're quite sincere, like in that way. Like when you were the student of fourth, you started thinking about your communication, and that's very nice. Taking initiative very early, so you are going to get a lot of chances and opportunities in the future. But yeah, of course, it's very nice, and at this moment you are just doing very well with your communication. So I'm so happy to hear that. So, yes. So, anything else would you like to ask from me, or just I think we have already crossed the time limit of 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So as of now, I do not really have anything to ask. So it was really nice having a conversation with you.
Okay, thank you so much, and many, many thanks to you for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here. And I must say to the just watchers, please just enjoy this conversation and try to learn English as early as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care.